Hello. Keith.
It was just like how we had rehearsed it. That was good. That was nailed it. We had not rehearsed it, so that's what happens when that happens. That's like that occurs. Hey, we've got people already. How's it going, everybody? It is warm outside. It's been warm outside for days, and it's supposed to get cold again. But I feel like we're awfully close to being able to go camping now. It seems like it's within our grasp. And we don't need to have like special shots yet or anything. At some point, we'll be able to invite people to come camping with us. I mean, we can do that now as long as you stay away from us. But
As long as you fuck off into the
yeah,
woods.
but there's also going to be a point when all the people have their shots and stuff, and then they can come and participate. Do we have to have shots? Like, so let's say we're in the woods with people and they've all had shots and we haven't. Can we hug them?
No, because they can still shed the disease to you
Okay. They can shed it from where?
from their skin.
Like they've got it? Like it's supposed to be an RNA thing, right? And so you're not even supposed to have the actual virus at that point. So they're not, like you're not contagious if you get the virus. But if you touch things that have the virus on it, then you can rub the virus on other people, right? So like if they were very careful coming to the land and they had their shots, we can hug them, right?
I guess so.
I feel like that's a thing. I don't know. Let us know. Can we hug you?
Ian seconds that.
Mordecai is first. Melissa is second. And Ian is third.
Well, he was second.
He was second, and then first, third. Yes. And Barbine just says hi. Hi, Barbine.
Like a barbine do.
That's what Barbines do. If you've never met a Barbine before, that is pretty much how a Barbine works. So yeah, here we go. What's in the news? What kinds of things can we talk about? Oh, they are changing Mr. Potato Head to Potato Head. But you can get a Mr. Potato Head still and a Mrs. Potato Head. But the brand name is just Potato Head. So they don't have like a Mrs. Mr. Potato Head. And people seem upset by this.
So I think it's just one product now that comes with all the parts.
That could also be the case.
Which seems like a bad move on their part.
Maybe.
Because aren't you just reducing the amount of money that people spend on your shit in that case?
That could be. I'm not sure.
Or maybe they were just finding that the vast majority of homes were not two Potato Head homes.
No, it's still 3 products. There's a Potato Head, a Mr. Potato Head, and a Mrs. Potato Head. A Ms. Potato Head, perhaps. Hey, keep talking for a while. I'm just leaving work, and I'll jump back in when I get home. Okay. All right, yeah, we'll probably talk for a while. Is there hockey tonight?
Yes.
So we may talk for less because of that.
Mr. and Mrs. and then a genderless.
Okay. I feel like you can just have a potato head. And then you could have a Mr. Potato Head, a Mrs. Potato Head, and not Potato Head.
I've never met a real potato that's gendered.
Well, that's the other question, right? Which is people are getting upset.
Gendering potatoes.
Yeah. Is that like people are like, look, you're born with a gender and you have to stick with that gender because you've got bits. And then they're like, oh, we're changing Mr. Potato Head to just Potato Head. And they're like, no. And it's like, what bits does the Mr. Potato have? That a mustache? Is that the
Show
thing?
me the Mr. Potato Head junk.
Yeah. What was the bit that you're like?
That's your argument. It's a stupid and flawed argument, but your argument is your gender has to do with your junk.
No. That's not it. I'm trying to explain to you it has to do with chromosomes. And if you're born with certain chromosomes, then that's the gender you are. And that's why they can't get rid of Mr. Potato
What
Head.
chromosomes does a potato
A
have?
plastic potato? Oh, that's a very good point. Nothing like the thing that I love about this is that that the whole concept of of like being contradictory is not foreign at all to this group. They're so fine with it. They can live in in this like very stressful, like nothing makes sense, but everything makes sense. And that's amazing to me. It's the same reason why I absolutely love the flat earth people, is because, man, you're just the mental gymnastics you have to go through. And so for you to both believe that gender is like set in stone and you are born a gender, and then fight that Mr. Potato Head can't be genderless. Like, those two things are totally different camps that you are a part of. So you can't do that now.
I see no evidence that Patrick is here.
Yeah, I don't see any either. There's definitely no Patricks. Show me one Patrick. A single Patrick.
They're also pissed because on the Mr. Potato Head box, the Mr. is much smaller writing now, too.
Then what?
Than it was before.
The Potato Head? I mean, I think the Potato Head is really the like star of this, right? Let's see, what else? Oh, Dr. Seuss. They are pulling some of Dr. Seuss's older stories.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
The estate of Dr. Seuss
is
pulling the stories.
They being Dr. Seuss.
It's not censorship if the author or the estate of the author says this shouldn't be published anymore.
Yeah.
So all the right-wing nut jobs screaming censorship
aren't sure what that means.
Are just wrong.
Yeah, so that's weird. I mean, I think we can agree on that's a very strange one.
And yes, Melissa, it happened a year ago. People are just now figuring it out.
Well, and so this all comes down. It was that and Mr. Potato Head, and there was something else. I saw something else also, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, Pepe Le Pew, right? They're dropping Pepe Le Pew, right? And so this is the thing, though, right? Is that there's a bunch of people all up in arms about it, and I'm like, you never thought about these things like once in the last like 5 years. And I will give Dr. Seuss a pass, but keep in mind, we're not getting rid of Dr. Seuss. We're getting rid of just a few stories early in Dr. Seuss's career that weren't awesome. But we still have Horton. I think Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah,
and stuff
the
like that.
Lorax.
Yeah, there's still plenty of Dr. Seuss. We're trimming off the fat. We're trimming off the parts where he was still trying to figure out his voice and things like that. And that's okay. That's all right. We don't list all of what Shakespeare did. Nobody reads it.
No.
That's not
except for my dad.
Yeah. You're like, oh, Romeo and Juliet. Cool. You nailed that. But like, name the other 60. They're not all gonna be winners. It's okay.
This just in, Patrick is here. Peter Pan and Dumbo are canceled too.
Oh, I haven't heard about that.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah, I think you just made that up. I don't trust you, none of your biz. Being responsible on the national board until 6 p.m. Oh, all right.
8 p.m.
Or 8 p.m. when you officially resign. That resignation is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. I'll be honest.
It seems like that should be an immediate action.
I feel like you were able to just walk out. What do you still have that you have to do? You're like, oh, the things I was doing, I don't want to do them anymore. And they're like, whoa, can we spend a month talking about it? It's like, that was one of the things I was doing, and I don't want to do that anymore. You're very kind is what it is. You're a kind individual.
Pan is canceled because of the Indian scene.
All right. I feel like you could just cut that out, right? Is that integral, the whole Tiger Lily
bit? I feel like
bit?
you can have Peter Pan without the whole Tiger Lily bit, and it's still a movie.
Yeah, I don't know that it's actually a key bit. And Dumbo because of the crows. Interesting. Okay. The crows I could
I remember
see.
less about these movies than I thought, by the way, because those things did not immediately come to mind.
Yeah, I could see. I guess I could see the crows. Again, other than when I see an elephant fly, what are the crows really doing in that movie?
I don't remember.
Like they're not like they don't make the actual like plot or anything, right? I don't think they do.
Seems like that could be
There's a mouse. The mouse
mastered.
helps with the plot. And then the feather, he holds the feather in his nose.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like
It's a trunk, by the way, not a nose.
nose, trunk, same thing. A trunk is a long nose. That's all it is.
A trunk is a proboscis.
It is a long nose. It's got nostrils at the end of it, and you can use it like a snorkel.
I can't use my nose like a snorkel.
If you do this, you can.
It's not much of a snorkel.
No, I mean it's not. You can't go very deep. Blowhole on a whale, also a nose, very short nose.
No.
Yep. Blowhole's also a nose. Melissa, you are a marine biologist. Tell her that blowholes are noses. Does a dolphin have a nose? Where's the dolphin nose?
It's on the front of its face.
No. There's no holes in it. It's not a nose. Just saying. One of the crows is named Jim. Well, can't win them all, I guess.
Cut out the crows. The crows are not integral.
We can get rid of the crows, I think. Did anyone for the last 5 years?
Bottlenose dolphin.
Yeah. Bottlenose dolphin.
No.
What?
It's not what that means.
I'm just saying, then that's what it is. All right. If a dolphin were to sneeze, where would it come out of?
Dolphins don't sneeze. Melissa, tell him dolphins don't sneeze.
A dolphin could totally sneeze.
A blowhole is equivalent to a nostril, but that does not make the top of the dolphin a nose.
Yes, it does. Nose head.
No.
Nose dome. It's connected to the lungs. Facts. Let's see. So I've got Emily and then Nunya.
Danny? Did you get Danny?
Danny.
And Patrick.
Patrick. All right. Still a couple short. Even if we count Ian, who's technically not listening right now because he's going home from work. Yeah, it's a strange world. I feel like you can't get too upset about a thing that you didn't do anything about for a decade.
Whales blow snot out of their blowhole.
Yeah!
Excuse
out of
me.
their nose.
That is not Melissa.
Yeah, but
I would like an expert.
Nunya Biz is very smart. I'm just saying.
Nunya, what do you do for a living?
Nunya Biz just told us that Dumbo was canceled and Peter Pan is canceled. I'm just saying.
Can you imagine the size of a whale booger?
Oh my goodness, yeah. It would look like that last scene in Ghostbusters 2. Right? Scientists use drones to collect the snot of whales. Oh, where do they go to get the snot of whales, Melissa? Would they go to their noses?
It's not a nose.
That's what it is.
Data analysis.
Yeah, see, he's analyzing data and giving us correct answers back.
Do we know that Nunya's a he, or did you just assume that?
No, I think Nunya's it was like a guy, Chris or something like that, wasn't?
I just don't remember.
We sent Nunya Biz like a t-shirt.
I'm not a good rememberer.
And it was a dude's name.
See, it's a blowhole, not a nose.
Which is the equivalent of a nose.
No.
It's basically a nose. It is functionally a nose. Oh my God. Can they smell? Can they smell things out of their blowhole? I just didn't even think about that. Is that a thing? Do they have olfactory at all? Do whales have no sense of smell? Can a dolphin not smell anything?
Sharks have a sense of smell, right?
You sure?
Because they can smell blood from miles away or something like that.
Yeah, I guess so. Does a dolphin have a sense of smell? And is it going in through their forehead? To be honest, when I was a kid, I thought Pepe Le Pew was a creeper.
Thank you, Nanya, for clearing that up.
So, yeah, Pepe Le Pew was always at least really like, at best, awkward, right? Like, it was like, calm down, brother.
Whales do not have olfactory cells.
None. I have no idea. Did you know up until this moment that whales don't smell anything?
I hadn't really put a lot of thought into it.
But did you? Like, if I had said just 10 minutes ago, do whales smell things? Would you have said yes or no?
I would have said I don't know because that would have been true.
Mm-hmm. But if you had to say yes or no, what you would have gone with? Because the default to me would have been like, sure, things smell, right?
They don't really have a need to smell, though.
Hmm? Why not?
Because don't they eat by, like, blowing bubbles at things and trapping them and, like, echolocation and shit?
You're just making things up now.
I might be.
I think they might do some of that. But what they do is they use their noses to make the
That's
bubbles.
not a nose!
It's basically a nose.
No.
It's a non-smelling nose.
Blowholes are basically sealed when they're underwater.
Yeah, that makes sense. So they can't smell underwater is what we're saying.
They can't smell.
Right. Well, if they wash up on a beach for long enough, they do. They smell terrible.
It's 7:18.
Let's see. Meet Dot another way sour dot. Nobody's jumped up onto the meeting. It's okay. You don't have to, but I've put it in there in case everybody forgot about it.
Odors are airborne. Taste through water.
So that means that sharks taste blood
From a mile away.
from a mile away, right?
That's weird.
We
walked a mile today.
These are important things. Everybody else is talking about Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. We're talking about whales smelling. You're welcome.
We took a mile-long walk around our neighborhood today.
We did. We went around the neighborhood twice.
Mm-hmm.
That was very wonderful of us.
It was warm out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm vaccine sick, so I look a mess. That's why I'm not on the meeting.
No problem. You don't have to
you
be
got
in
a
the
vaccine.
meeting. Glad you got it. You can come camping with us and we can hug you. We determined.
Eventually.
Science-y. I don't know. You have to be very careful when you come camping with us, but then, even though we don't have the vaccine, you can still hug us as long as you didn't touch other people who don't have the vaccine.
Please don't hug me.
Why? You don't want me to hug you?
Oh, you can hug me.
Oh, even though I don't have a vaccine?
Well, you're also not licking Reston.
As soon as I get a vaccine, I'm totally licking Reston. Coming for you, Reston. All of Reston. All right, so it is 7:19, 7:20. And we are definitely counting everyone we possibly could. Still too short. Right?
I know where Smiles is.
Yeah.
Nobody else has an excuse.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they have a mass vax site in your county? Sure, probably.
I think they have multiple sites instead of one mass vaccination site.
Yeah. I think it's on like Sunday mornings where it's Vax Mass and then everybody goes to church. Is that not that? It's a different mass. But yeah, we haven't signed up because we're pretty good. We just stay at home and do nothing.
I signed up.
And well, you signed up and they don't like you for some reason. And I didn't sign up because I'm last.
Because you're not eligible yet.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of the pre-existing conditions is not awesome beard. So
yeah,
I was trying to find that one.
You're not a dirty line jumper. That's why you're not signed up.
So I was like, let's see. Viking? No, that's not on there. Like, is there dwarf? No.
You're not a dwarf.
Sort of.
No.
Mm-hmm. I bet I could make an axe.
Not by any definition.
I could probably make an axe.
Okay. I need you to play World of Warcraft.
I would make an axe and I would cut off your nose and turn it into a blowhole because they're the same thing. I enlisted in the Maryland Response Corps. I volunteer at vaccine sites.
That's exciting.
That's fantastic. That's how you got it so early. That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Questioning how you got it.
So what are we doing? What do we want to do?
I want to go take medicine.
You want to go take medicine? I don't think we have a whole lot. I'm not even sure if there's new quizzes up, so that's part of the problem. So we don't have like the shorter version. Do you have your book? Do you want to do a couple of trivia questions for these folks out of your book?
Sure.
We'll do a short abbreviated version now that we've had fun with everything else. Let's do like 5 questions and then we'll call it a night. We'll go watch some hockey.
Oh, I've got one.
I know you want to watch the Caps beat the Flyers. Yeah, I do.
Are you ready?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, here's the first question.
First question.
It is from Arts, Comics, and Literature. What skill won people high office in the land of Lilliput in Jonathan Swift's Gulliver Travels?
Oh. One more time.
What skill won people high office in the land of Lilliput in Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels?
Oh, we've got a Barbine on our Zoom. I just realized I didn't test out the Zoom to see if it's working again. Hello, Barbine. You can unmute yourself because why not? If you would like to. Nope.
Also, no pressure.
Oh, he's listening. He's listening to the show, which is delayed on the TV, but he has joined the meeting.
Hello.
So now he's going to come in, and he's going to unmute now and be behind what we're saying. That's my theory.
We've got some Karens.
He is making faces. I'm curious if our Zoom is actually working again, because we reconfigured it all at one point. I think I went back, but I'm not sure. All right, time is up. Time's up. I'm putting it up there. All right. What was is it by any chance is the answer Decepticons?
No.
It's not.
The answer is rope dancing.
Oh, that goes along with the tying up giant people with rope. So that's similar. All right. And it's not just being tiny.
So Emily and Nunya got a point. You can keep track of your own points.
Yeah, this is not official. We're just doing a little fun. I do like cobbling shoes.
That's a good one.
That's a good guess. A couple of Karens, which were not correct. Boat building. It's a good guess as well. Oh, you were saying, so the Karens were correct because nobody got it.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So what is your next question? Question number 2.
Question number 2. For what role did actress Jody Foster have to undergo psychiatric evaluation by the California Labor Board? Shout out to Steve McCracken.
Because it's just his favorite lady?
Yeah. For what role did actress Jody Foster have to undergo psychiatric evaluation by the California Labor Board?
Been in a lot of movies. There's definitely several that have to do with psychological stuff.
Yep.
Right? So that could be. Psychological board. And which one was it? Did you say it was an area, a psychological board for an area, or the national?
California.
The California one. Okay. All right, that's very tricky. 10 seconds left to get your answers in. Seems like everybody's going with Clarice. So Silence of the Lambs.
I love that movie.
It's a good movie. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I forget what the character's name is. I'm going to go with the taxi driver character.
Ah.
Early on, right? Like, she's a kid. It was a pretty intense role, so maybe they wanted to, like, make sure she was healthy after all of that. That's what I'm going to go with.
Is time up?
Yes, time is up.
You're right.
Yeah! What was the name of the character?
Iris, the teen prostitute in 1976 film Taxi Driver. Because she was a minor, the board had to determine whether she was emotionally capable of handling the controversial role.
There you go. I figured because she was young and it was a pretty intense role. There we go. What a guess. What a guess. But you know what? I have to say, Clarice, pretty good. Caps have scored. Who was it? Tell us who it was.
Tell us more.
Question number 3.
I don't have it yet.
I see that Barbine is now just pointing his camera at our show, which then is featuring him pointing his camera to our show, and on and on. There's an infinite number, technically, of Barbines pointing his camera at our show. It's like an Escher, MC Escher photograph stream, something like that. You're very clever, Mr. Barbine. You're very, very clever. I see what you're up to. All right. So what is our question? We need question number 3, right?
I'm still finding a good one.
Still finding a good one. You don't want to do a half baked job.
Got a good one.
You got it? All right.
What celestial body got its name from a Greek word meaning long-haired?
What celestial body got its name from a Greek word meaning long-haired? Oh, celestial body. You all right? No. This is a good thing we're cutting things a little early. This is going to be good. All right. 30 seconds
Ovi
left.
scored. We have to rub the cat's belly.
Yeah. We're doing that. Oh, a Karen. Celestial body. It feels like that has to be... Oh, that's a good one. A nebula, that could be a good one. Interesting. Friends of Fear says Orion's belt. It's just Orion's belt. Let's see. What am I gonna do with this? Long flowing hair. What if I go for a larger thing? I'm going to say it's a constellation. The concept of a constellation.
Okay.
Is a flowing hair. All right, what is the correct answer?
A comet.
A comet. That makes so much sense. Okay. It's because of the big long tail after it. Mm-hmm. All right, that's a good one. Didn't know that. A lot of people went with very specific ones. Callisto, Orion's belt, Cassiopeia. But it was really going to be a type of something. The beard. Yes. That's what it was going to be. Melissa says Ohio. What? No. O. I guess that's an O. All right. So we've got 2 more questions. Then we're calling it a night. I don't know why we're watching ourselves watch ourselves, but... Flyers scored. No. Patrick says was back and forth between Comet and Nebula. Nebula was an interesting guess. I liked it. But yeah, Comet makes so much more sense, I think, now that I'm looking back at it. Do you have your 4th question?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
What famous play begins with the line, "Who's there?"
Oh, this is a tough one. Who's there? Is it the famous play Knock Knock?
No.
It isn't. Oh. That's unfortunate. Is it a musical?
Mm-mm.
Is it Doctor Who the musical?
No.
And then just everybody points and is like, Who's there?
No.
And then they were like, me. I'm Doctor Who. Bow, 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 bow. Doctor Who. Doctor Who.
No.
Who's there? Musical. No? All right.
That's not it.
We've got Death of a Salesman. We've got a Karen. And we've got 5 seconds for people to guess. Who's Coming to Dinner? And Macbeth. All right. All decent guesses. We've got Barbine back. That is lovely.
Oh, we had some correct guesses this time.
Some correct guesses?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. What was the correct guess?
Hamlet.
Hamlet. Barbine got it right.
The second time.
Barbine is correct. Everybody write this down. It's the first time in history that Michael Barbine is correct. Everybody, this is, I don't know, is there a calendar we can put up where we can have this? I don't think he meant to be on correct either.
Probably not.
I think, just saying. All right, let's do, what is it, question 5, our last question.
Question 5.
Oh, he's typing to us. He's typing. Beth got it. Ah, see?
Good job, Beth.
Beth way smarter than Michael Barbine. That's the key. You got to keep Beth around. Beth is going to keep you out of trouble. Caps have scored. This
More
is a very
information,
fast-paced
please.
game. We're a half hour into the game, and it's just going back and forth.
This one sounds interesting.
Oh, you want to see who scored? Can you read that?
Shirt.
Good old Shart.
Shirt. Are you ready?
Yes. Yes, we are. What is it?
This is a tricky one. What fruit did the Visigoths demand in ransom when they laid siege to Rome in the year 408?
Ooh, okay. What fruit did the Visigoth demand when they laid siege to what?
Rome.
To Rome. Back
In 408.
in 408.
I wouldn't have called this a fruit. That's why it's tricky.
Okay. You wouldn't have called this a fruit. All right, let's get the 60 seconds on and see if anyone's able to get it. Let's see. Melissa went with pomegranate, which is what I would have originally gone with. Because there's so much Greek, like, pomegranate-y stuff and things. Like, there's so much, like, there's a whole reason, like, winter exists is because pomegranates, right? But I would think of that as a fruit. So
Yeah.
that doesn't seem like a dark horse on the fruit side of things. Olives.
We've got an olive boat happening.
That's compelling. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are a fruit, but we don't usually think of them as a fruit.
I would have thought of tomatoes as a fruit.
Yeah? The Supreme Court disagrees with you.
Yeah, well. Emily found an olive emoji.
How did you find an olive emoji? Why is that a thing? I can't even fathom where they were at a boardroom meeting and they were like, wait, we don't have anything for olive. And they were like, well, it won't go out until we've got olives. That's a thing we need. Time is up. All right, what was the correct answer?
Peppercorns. 3,000 pounds of them.
What? Oh, I would have thought of those. Yeah, I guess a peppercorn berry. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
The pepper was a highly valued spice at the time.
That is true. Back then, salt and pepper, both very highly sought after. Juniper, I would think of as maybe a fruit. Be a dark horse for it. But no, okay, that's interesting. That's how I can emoji in Twitch. I just type the word and it comes up with predictive text. Well, that makes a ton of sense. All right, everybody. We have no idea who won and who didn't. But we did 5 questions.
Fight amongst yourselves.
Fight amongst yourselves. And unfortunately, we did not have enough people to actually do the entire show. So we'll have to hold off on the whole show until next week. 7 o'clock Thursdays. That's when we come here and do it. Let's see. Melissa says they are a dried fruit. Interesting. Here's another interesting fact. If you take some pepper, right, and you irritate somebody's nose with it, they'll sneeze, and that also works on whales' blowholes.
No, it's not a nose.
It's basically a nose. So don't forget, you can follow us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook at Another Wasted Hour. And if we can't go live, we'll post to social media. That is Another Wasted Hour on Facebook and Instagram, but A Wasted Hour on Twitter. So follow us there. You can also join our super secret group, Another Wasted Group, on Facebook. You'll see some announcements from various fans and stuff. And we talk about how we can make the show better and various ideas that we might have.
Melissa Googled me.
Yeah? What was that?
She looked up peppercorns, and they're a dried fruit.
Ah, yeah. Right. That is interesting.
She Googled me.
She did Google you. Then, in addition to that, we also have a podcast called Another Wasted Hour, which has been on hiatus, but you can go check it out. There's like 140 episodes. They're all free from like the last 3 years. There's comedy, there's trivia, there's like crazy news. There is also really great art and music from the Washington, D.C. area that you can be exposed to. So go check that out. Anywhere that you can get podcasts, just look up Another Wasted Hour and subscribe. Give us a review and some stars if you enjoy it, and we would appreciate that. That's all I've got. So until next week, Thursday at 7 o'clock, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and go get your vaccines because, that's a good question, by the way. If anybody can get me the information, I'm very curious. Do I have to get the vaccine to get the tracking chips, or can I get them separate? I wanted to find that out.
Like on the side, like a condiment?
Right. Well, I can't get the vaccine because I'm not in line for it, but can I just go get the tracking, like, chips? The
chips.
Yeah, the Microsoft Bill Gates tracking chips. Can I get those ahead of time? And then wrap back around for the vaccine? Is that a thing?
You're a strange man.
All right. So yeah, that's all we have. What's the final word of the show?
Salutations.
That's what we'll be doing next week when we give you salutations at 7 o'clock Thursday. Good night, everybody.